Welcome to episode 63 of the Travel Calumet Original Podcast. I'm your host, Rick Sense. And today's guest is Mike Buboltz, part of the management group behind the new Circle of Friends Luxury Suites facility here in Brillion. Circle of Friends Luxury Suites is the newest short-term rental facility to come online in Calumet County. And it's a facility that will cater to tourists, athletes, and others visiting our area year-round. Mike, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, Mike, what led you and the ownership group to create Circle of Friends Luxury Suites?
Well, all the partners that are in this venture, we are all local from the Brillion area, and we noticed this building has been sitting vacant for quite a few years. Everybody had their thought as to what we're going to do with this building, but nobody said anything. And so Glenn Brown, owner of Deer Run Golf Course, one of the owners, investors, he had an idea in his head which was similar to some of the other investors, and he brought it to light that we should maybe look at an Airbnb or something. So Glenn assembled, there's 5 couples, and Glenn kind of offered it to all of us to be partners with him. So here we are, and everybody jumped on board just like that. We made a Airbnb out of a large vacant building that was going to start going the wrong way pretty soon if someone didn't do something with it. So we stepped in and jazzed it all up and made it something really, really, really neat for the Brillion and Calumet County area.
You know, folks, I'm sitting in the first room when you walk into the complex, and it feels like I'm walking into an arcade, conversational area, a living room, family room, what have you. It looks really cool, and they've done a really good job with it. And Mike, you mentioned the business background of one of your partners, Glenn, and you know, I know you've got a business background too, successful operator of businesses. Could you maybe talk a little bit about some of the business acumen that your team is bringing to this, so people realize this isn't just something, hey, let's try it. There's some real serious thought and effort behind this.
Yeah, we totally did a gutting and renovation of the inside to make 7 individual apartments. It was cutting the floor open to attic work to everything, just everything you can imagine. We hung over 1,200 sheets of drywall in here to say one of the biggest jobs. We worked on it all winter long, starting last fall already. What it kind of brings here is like me and my wife running the hardware store, Hardware Plus in Brillion. Joy's, my wife is she does paperwork, she does books, she does taxes, she does all that, and myself just being kind of a handier individual to understanding how business works and getting in touch with people. Another couple, he was the master plumber and heating and cooling guy, which is what he does for a living. And he saved us a lot of money, and a very talented individual, and he got us coin on that. His wife is all actually on taking reservations and booking and talking to prospective clients as to what's going on. We have another one that is in the financing area, and her husband is actually quite handy with woodworking, so he came into play. And then we have another couple that he is a general contractor, so he played into our hand really good. His wife is also taking care of a lot of the facility maintenance on the inside, orchestrating how rooms are cleaned, set up, and all that stuff. And then, of course, we have Glenn with a business sense and contacts with people with the golf course and things, where we do include golfing and things like that, golfing packages that are available, and plus the restaurant right down the road from where we are.
So you're bringing a lot of horsepower to the table here on a project like this, and one thing I didn't hear you mention was a hospitality background. How have you prepared to deal with that portion of the business that you're operating on this side?
Well, of course, having Glenn Brown in with us on the golf course, he is a hospitality individual minded to take care of his customers, cleanliness and things of that nature. Myself and my wife Joy and Matt and Chandra, we also have Airbnbs on the side already in the city limits of Brillion, so we know the things you have to have clean, and how to maintain a 5.0 rating is our main objective, which we are right now as of currently. And we all know how you want to take care of people, right? You want everything clean. and having Airbnbs in our system already, we do have a pretty good handle on that to make them stay clean, and we just got a great workforce that is always jumping at the chance to be here and make something better and cleaner.
All right, so the ownership group has business acumen and also has background in the lodging side of things, which is really exciting. What do you anticipate the average length of your average stay or visit is going to be?
I think a lot of them are going to be, maybe as long as a week. 5 days to a week might be the longest stretch. We do have weddings, of course, that come to town. A lot of them are Friday, Saturday, and leave Sunday. So I think a lot of it is going to be just around that weekend, maybe a Friday to Monday deal. But we're hoping for some longer stays too.
And you did mention earlier too about with the golf course and with the restaurant. Do you package that into part of your offering? Is that part of the overall? If I wanted to make a reservation or a booking, would that be a possibility that I could just tack that right on to the reservation?
That would be kind of off to the side. The reservations are strictly done through Airbnb, but the golf course does offer regular golf, and then they do have a mini golf course there, so it does attract the kids and such. But that would just be done on the side. There are golfing packages available, but that would be something to go directly through Deer Run Golf Course on that part.
How do you plan on, as they say in the lodging business, getting heads in beds here at Circle of Friends Luxury Suites?
For starters, we're just not quite a hotel. We are being the Airbnb and the options that we have here to take care of our clients. You have the freedom to move around as much as you want. You mentioned the common room that we're sitting in right now. Off the common room, there are 7 individual apartments that have access to this room. We have 2 80-inch color TVs in here, and they can come in here and watch football games, all different channels, all different games. Watch 3 different games at one time. They can congregate in here. They can bring food in here and things of that nature. Outside of that, we have the availability of them to go outside. We have a lounging area with really nice Adirondack chairs. We have gas grills outside. They can go to the local meat market, grocery stores. They can buy Bratz hamburgers. They can grill out by themselves. And then each individual apartment is fully stocked with their own appliances. Every room has stove, refrigerators, dishwashers, fully equipped kitchen with all the utensils that they might need to make a longer stay more cost effective by staying here. 2 bedrooms in each apartment, pull-out sofas for another bed, air conditioning, in-floor heat. So it's quite relaxing for them to come here and almost like leaving home, but not leaving home too far.
So basically coming home from their home to this home is...
Yep.
Yeah, okay. The history of the building is interesting, and I'll let you share that with listeners. And you talked a little bit about the renovation. Can you maybe just walk listeners through that experience and a little bit of the history of the building as well?
So it was a daycare since conception, and that was 2002, I believe it opened. And then COVID kind of had set things back on, how it was with segregation and, don't leave the house and, all this. And it kind of hurt them, and they ended up going under. And so it was set up actually pretty well for us. We did gut the whole building, but every apartment has its own exterior door, and every apartment has an interior door to the common hallway. Those were already, the exterior doors were in there, and we worked them all out to be into each individual unit, so they have fire egress, and they can walk outside out back to the patio and not have to go through the whole building and things of that nature. So with Circle of Friends Daycare, when we were going through trying to name it, one of us in our group, we were kind of going around the table, what should we name this? And I believe it was Chandra, and she came up with the names Luxury Suites, Circle of Friends Luxury Suites. So we opted to keep the Circle of Friends name in there because we are all friends. And the Luxury Suites, we wanted to make this a little special thing, just not a stop and go one-liner hotel type thing. It's like being at home away from home. So keeping the Circle of Friends and us all being from Brillion, it was nice not to lose a business name to some degree. We always like to keep history in town here. And so the Circle of Friends Luxury Suites, once we heard that, it was just like automatic that was going to be the name.
Have you partnered with additional attractions as far as putting together offerings or promoting them when you're advertising opportunities for people to stay here?
A lot of our stuff is getting a hold of wedding venues and entertainment venues and things of that nature, and we have been in touch with them as to bookings with us for their clients. Close to home, we do offer a shuttle service. That's at a separate expense, but we do offer a shuttle service, so people from out of town, out of state, they don't have to worry about driving, being careful. We will come and get you and bring you back to our place safe and sound. There's just the wedding venues and the other venues that are around here that attracts people. We're just trying to accommodate them so they don't have to go too far for lodging.
And I would imagine that Aaron's Nordic Center is partnered with you as far as opportunity there. It seems like a natural fit for a large group of athletes to come in and use the facility. Is that something that's happened or is going to happen in the future?
Yeah, actually with the skiing events and things like that, we have had some bookings already since we opened, from youth ski teams up to adult skis, even athletes, Olympic bound. It is a training site, one of two in the United States. So we do have some business that we do with them. We did talk to them. Here again, being local, everybody kind of knows each other, and we know people there, and it's almost like talking to a classmate of yours to some degree because we are all from Brillion. So we did talk to it, and we're in the process of doing more, securing bookings through some of these events. So just about any event where someone has to come to town. We did have some EAA clients stay in when Air Venture was in Oshkosh. We have been in touch, and we are still consistently gathering more businesses and entertainment districts that might want to be interested in using us.
So why do you think there's a need for this type of facility here in Calumet County?
Well, there's a lot of things going on in Calumet County. If one stands back and takes a look and listens to things going around, from Calumet County Park to weddings to nature centers to the Nordic Center, there's many things that Calumet County has to offer. And being a smaller community, we can't all have 150 room hotels. It just seems like in our businesses, we always seem to catch people coming through town, and the hotel, we have one hotel in town, and it seems to always be booked up. So this way, we just seemed like it was just a good way to do it. There's just a lot of things that Calumet County offers, and we're just trying to abide with them and follow them along to try and make Calumet County even a bigger place to stay, even with the county fair and things of that nature. Music bands that come all over the area, they all look for a place to stay, and they don't want to drive. So we're hoping that this is going to be a good thing for the county too.
So if somebody wants to plan a reunion, family reunion, let's say, and they want to do it here in Calumet County, you could accommodate, how many people do you estimate here if they're all part of the same family?
We could probably do about 62, 63 people, completely full with the pull-out beds, and we have bunk beds and things of that nature. So I would say all of 60, probably a little better than 60, we can do in here safely.
Okay, so that's a pretty big number for a community our size. Is that something that you have seen full capacity of here in the past already, or has it been more of the 8, 9, 10 people at a time, or is it, what kind of averaging would you say you're seeing for occupancy?
We've had full capacity already. We have a few more coming up in October. This past weekend, we had 4 rooms booked for we had 2 local weddings in town. So we did have 4 out of the 7 rooms booked this past weekend. And that's not uncommon on the weekend to have 3-4 bedrooms booked.
So, Mike, if someone is looking to put together an event or a gathering for family or friends or just like-minded people that are coming here to do something, who should they talk to within the organization, and how could they get a hold of that person to make a reservation?
So we do have 2 avenues there, and we do have a website that is Circle of Friends LuxurySuites.com, which is actually Luxury Suites, all one sentence, .com. And then we also have a phone number that we carry phones on for ourselves have our own phones just for the circle of friends. And that number is 920-284-4573. And there again, that's available on the website, circleoffriendsluxurysuites.com.
And are you on Facebook or any other social media?
Yes, we are. We are on VRBO, Airbnb. We are getting more and more sites that we are on. Just a lot of them, too many to mention. We're covering every basis that we can to get our name out there.
So, Mike, I imagine you've had people from all over, certainly the area, probably the state, certainly the Midwest, probably the country, but I'm guessing you probably had people from other places too. What's the most exotic place you've had somebody come from to stay here?
I think the furthest one away, I believe it was Argentina. That was a couple of individuals for the Air Venture over in Oshkosh, the EAA. That would be the furthest one, I think. I think we had Brazil here, and then from California to Florida, we had quite a few states stay here for venues already.
And with the upcoming winter snowshoe competition, the international competition, do you have athletes that are booking here for that at this point too?
Not as of yet. Probably anticipating something to go on there. We just don't quite know exactly how big this is going to be, but the Nordic Center has been in constant contact with us, and they know that they have to book early with us just to maintain that they get as many rooms as they need. Here again, we just don't know what to expect, and we don't know how big this is going to go. So we just kind of, being our first year, we're just kind of sitting back, taking notes and learning, but we're ready for just about anything that comes our way.
All right. So, Mike, what you've described is very interesting. I was wondering if we could just take a minute to maybe check out one of the rooms. Would that be okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we are now in room number 1, and maybe if you can just walk me through a little bit. We came from the great room, which has a fireplace and the 3 TV units that Mike mentioned earlier, the video games, the foosball table, the circle of chairs and everything, and there's some games to play. And then off of that, you go down the hallway very briefly, and you enter door number 1 into the apartment here. And what are we looking at right now, Mike?
So right now we have 2 bedrooms basically in every single apartment. And there's different bed settings in each one, and we have full over full twins, full over full bunk beds. We have queens, we have kings, we have fulls. We got all different variations to house 60 plus people. In this particular one, we have a queen bedroom in one, a queen bed in one bedroom, and we have a king size in another one. Coming out of the bedrooms, every one of the 7 apartments, they each have their own individual electric fireplace. They do generate heat, they generate ambiance. You can set that to any tone that you want while you're here. Each bedroom has a television in it, and of course over the fireplace we have hand-hewed mantles from a local barn, and over the fireplace, and then on top of that is a television yet again in the family room for the people to enjoy. One thing that I did not say, we did this venture with as much local contractors and supplies as possible, such as Krieger Electric, Furman Heating. All the appliances came from Stanley Schmitz and Chilton. A lot of our stuff is just all as much local as we could do. The plumbing was done local. So it's done. We wanted to make sure we take care of all of our great talent that we have in the area and use them in our building. I think it makes us better knowing that. Plus our cabinets are made by Bryce Cabinets in Greenleaf. So we did do a lot of stuff as much local as we could. But looking at the cabinets, there's the refrigerator, stove, dishwasher. We have toasters, we have coffee makers. Everything is here. We also have washer and dryers for the clients to use while they're here if they need to. They are at a no cost thing to use our washer and dryers. They're free for our clientele to use.
Well, I noticed you got a little bit of an industrial look in each apartment. You have some of the HVAC still exposed, which gives it a very unique look as well. Was that a decision that was one based on design, or was that out of necessity?
Well, because Brillion is a very industrial-based town with our local industries of Aaron's, Gravely, Endry's, Professional Plating, and the such, we always have that little more, it's luxury, but it's got a little bit of what we do here in Brillion and what we're all about.
And before we leave the apartment, we're going to be walking past the bathroom. You want to just give listeners an idea of what they can experience there, the materials the bathroom was made from, things like that?
Yeah, so the bathrooms are quite spacious, actually. Vanities. We do have a closet in each one where extra towels are and such are in. Our shower stalls, they are walk-in shower stalls. They're not bathtubs. You can simply walk in. Hair care products, body lotion, everything is free inside the showers on dispensers. And the showers themselves, they're Corian shower stalls. They're a little pricey putting in, but they have a look that here again keeps us at the luxury level. And the cleanup and the cleaning of them is just incredible. They don't hold bacteria, anything like that. They clean up really good. And here again, it just makes us look a little more on the luxury side, which is our whole angle in being here.
So could you remind people again how they can get in touch with you, make reservations, to learn more information about the facility here?
Yeah, so if you go on our website, Circle of Friends, LuxurySuites.com, that will take you to all different kinds of avenues. It will get you the phone number to talk directly to one of us, 920-284-4573. And you can simply go to Airbnb, VRBO. You can book directly on there. Pictures are available of any one of the 7 apartments. We also do actually have an ADA apartment. So one apartment has a walk-in shower. It has the appliances where the control knobs are all on the front. The counters are at a lower height. So we do have an ADA, so you don't have to be afraid about traveling or trying to make things work. We do have one of the 7 apartments are completely dedicated to that particular need. Feel free to come here if that's something. Don't be afraid of it. We have 0 entry into the building, into each apartment, so we can handle just about anything that would come our way. We do not accept pets, just because of one pet in one apartment could cause a problem with someone having allergies in a neighboring apartment. So we do not allow pets.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, Mike, and thanks again for being my guest on episode 63 of the Travel Calumet Original Podcast. I wish you, Mike, and the rest of your team much success as you and your partners continue growing the Circle of Friends Luxury Suites business here in our area. And listeners, thank you for tuning in to episode 63 of the Travel Calumet Original Podcast. Please make sure you check out our other 62 episodes of the Travel Calumet Original Podcast by scrolling down the homepage and clicking on the microphone at travelcalumet.com. Or you can find us on your favorite podcatcher or podcast app. And if you liked what you heard today or previous episodes, please invite your friends to listen to the Travel Calumet Original Podcast. Help us share the news of all the great things to see and do here in Calumet County, like the Circle of Friends Luxury Suites. Thank you for listening, and until next time.